up for Free Flow Wednesday on our Crafty Maven Getaway channel, and can I firstly apologize and say right up front I did not follow the inspiration piece. I did not because I have an excuse. Here in South Africa we are right smack bang in the middle of summer, and the inspiration pieces were very winter driven, and I just couldn't do it. So I do apologize, but I hope you enjoy this anyway. It's lovely and summery, and maybe those of you who are in the thick of winter can feel a little bit of summer going on. So what I'm doing at the moment is I am taking a stamp which came with in one of the add-ons for the, I think it was either the June or the July hip kits. Yes, I am using those. I did purposefully save them for this particular project that I'm doing, so you know there is that. And yes, I know it's painful to watch me do this with the embossing. I see all the people on, you know, where they do these wonderful things and they just easily put it onto the piece of paper and pour it back in the bottle. Not so easy for me, but be that as it may, I got it all out there, and I had an idea of doing a little bit of mixed media in the background for this page, and then to do, you know, put my photo on top and carry on from there. So I have embossed with a white embossing powder, that lovely Heidi Swap stamp, and then I took some new brush pens which I bought recently. They are the Sakura Koi watercolor brush pens. I love them, they're really pretty, but then it wasn't, that color wasn't quite giving me a dark enough color, so I thought I would add in some of the Dylusion spray ink and mix that with the brush pen. It got a little bit, you know, got a little bit hairy there for a moment, but I managed to carry on using the ever popular packaging technique. I'm not the best at it, as you will see, because it seems to go all over the show, but in the end it turns out all right, and that's what matters, doesn't it? And I am still carrying on. Yes, I felt no, I needed a little bit more of that softer teal color to balance it out. And oh, I did a sampling chart there. I thought maybe I'd add another color in, but then I figured no, I think I'll just stick with the teals. Now I am matting my photo with this very pretty striped paper, which I thought kind of tied in the photograph very nicely. It's a photograph of my two daughters and my brother and his son. They are at the Botanical Gardens in Mauritius, which is where they went for a holiday this December. Lucky people, I know. Now I'm thinking I just need a background, and well, I tried those two, but they didn't seem to work for me, so I figured I would stick with the teal theme. Almost monochromatic, but you'll see I changed it up a little bit. Not totally monochromatic, because voila, I bring in that beautiful yellow sunburst paper. It actually really is a gorgeous paper. And so the idea here is to, because I purposefully only stamped on the sort of right hand side of the page, 3/4 right hand side, I thought I needed to, you know, I could do something on the left there. And then when I spotted that sunburst paper, I thought, well, that's just perfect. Of course I couldn't get the right size, so that is what I am faffing with at the moment, but there, you know, seems to work. But again, still faffing with how much I should be having, so let's take it down a little bit. There we go, I think I finally got it now. Yep, must have done. I'm sticking it down. Ah, there we go. And really all the rest of it is now doing a bit of embellishing. I did contemplate matting it a bit more. I thought maybe I could bring the photo out a bit more, but it actually really doesn't need that. That little pop of colour behind it is fine. These are Chamel cork pieces, which I thought maybe I could sort of get my really layering, clustering on there. But I can tell you, and I'm sure you've noticed, it doesn't really work. So I gave up on that very, very quickly. So then frames came in the kits, and I like working with frames, they're quite fun. So now I'm going to try and decide what to do with the frames. Oh, and I do, well, you see, I do get one of Chamel's cork pieces on here. And these are some 3x4 cards and various, oh yes, I wanted to bring a pop of colour there, so I thought I was terribly inventive with a little heart. That's actually a recent acquisition. little heart punch. I know, my gosh, you would have thought that would have been a staple in my stash, but no heart punch. But I do have one now, and boy, am I using it. It's brilliant. Oh, now I'm really just, you know, trying to see what works nicely, and I do like that 3x4 card behind it, because it kind of, well, it's not busy, you know, it's not busy, so it doesn't detract from the photo, and it gives me a sort of place there to put a few other things later on. And I have an ampersand there because I have a huge love affair of ampersands, just really enjoy them. And I have a huge love affair with my glue gun, funny enough. I find working with that is just so much fun. Of course, it's not so much fun if you burn yourself, which one does on a regular basis, but, you know, it's fun. Then this is another one of the Schmelkork pieces, which I cut up because I wanted to put it behind there, but I didn't want to cover up everything that was going on that 3x4 card. And the Embrace Today, it fit nicely. I like to try and be relatively creative with my titles. And what I do like to do, and I find it a tremendous fun, is to take, like you see on the right hand side, those words from that I can't remember which collection it comes from, but I like to take words and then create titles from it. So here we've got Embrace Today, and because on that frame, pardon me, on the frame it says, oh dear, I can't remember what it says, and the screen isn't really telling me. Hang on a second, bear with me here. Nope. Anyway, my title will say Embrace Today and have, I think it's good fun. Oh, you see, I'm showing you there. Showing you there exactly what I had going on. I think it's either good times or good fun. It might be good times. The close-ups will show us later on. Oh, and then not to totally not utilize all of that lovely cork piece, I then cut out those banners and sprayed that wood veneer because it tied in with my color scheme. But can I just say, doing a bit of painting on on paper towel, it's not really a good idea. I'm sure you all know that, but you know, I tend to take a while to catch on to things because they stick to the paper towel, and then you've got to pick the bits off. Not the brightest move on my part, but I was being terribly lazy and didn't want to get out my mat, you know, that you paint on, so I just grabbed that. Still, it worked out in the end, which seems to be my motto for this particular video. And that is a flare badge. That's from an October afternoon. I think it's the summer collection, one of the recent summer collections. And really the layout is, I didn't do too much because the background is really pretty and I was really quite proud of the background. So I've got everything kind of in the middle there. The photograph is clearly highlighted, and it's just basically putting a few odds and ends around as well. Unfortunately, my camera was giving me a bit of hassle, so it cuts out before I've quite finished, but there's not much added to it. A few little bits here and there, as you can see, as we are drawn into the photograph, into the picture. And well, I hope you enjoyed this, and perhaps it'll inspire you to do something. And if you are smack bang in the winter, my commiserations. I hope summer comes soon. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye.